Really didn't get into the whole LeBron angle over the All-Star weekend as far as him making comments about how, one day he want to play with his son.
Oh, yeah, I told you, I'm with it. And about how he said what's name was such a great GM for Oklahoma.
Yeah, why is he going at this angle? Because to me, players got to be players, and he got to leave GMs to do their jobs. Like, to me,
are we already on? We live?
Yes, we're on.
Oh, hey, what's up?
What's up?
Okay. So, I got to hit you with this right now. Rob, is like, LeBron's disappointed in his team, and I'm disappointed in the Lakers this year. They are, to me, I believe they're underachieving. I don't think they that bad. You know what I'm saying? I think Russell not playing his best. Of course, Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. Even LeBron knew that. I mean, you got him healthy for a year in the bubble, and that wasn't a whole season. But guess what, man? And I love the Lakers, and I'm crazy about LeBron. He's not the best, but I do. I got his back. But you made this team. You talking about GMs that's doing good in OKC and all this? You made these motherfuckers. You made this Laker team, man.
Exactly. That's what I've been kind of screaming from the mountaintops. I mean, if his teams are great, they want to give him credit to be the coach / player / GM. It happens all the time across the media. They always want to praise him for that. But being that his team is subpar, and throughout every single game, you at least had 2 out of the big 3 playing every single game, and they still sub 500. So, now he wants to pass the buck to the GM, to Rob Pelinka. And it seems like Jeannie Buss is really going on Rob Pelinka's side on this because, Jeannie Buss, she owns a team that's worth over $5 billion. Can't nobody tell her shit. And I believe that Clutch Sports is overplaying their hand, thinking that they can just control everybody. Not this time, because he don't have as much leverage as he used to have with previous teams.
Honestly, I feel sorry for Jeannie because I know she, and I'm not saying she can't run a team. She run a team, but she kind of put her and Rob Pelinka kind of put their faith in this. Okay, Brian, we gonna give you 98% input. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's
I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand that.
I'm thinking she get because I'm sorry, Kyle Kuzma, he looked good over there with the Wizards. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ingram, he won most improved last year. Ball, if I really believe if LeBron, maybe he needed, now Ball might need to change. Because I really think his father kind of messed him up a little bit on that one. That one I'm going to blame on his pops is just being a hard ass. Because, like I said, once he get back from injury, I really believe that the Bulls are really going to make some noise in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I think every young player that the Lakers got rid of just to appease LeBron's roster ended up being fairly good pieces for the teams.
They would have been, they would have been great right now. And like you said, we wouldn't have to be talking about all these fucking injuries and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like I said, you brought this to me yesterday or whatever, and it's like I said, we talking so much about the metaverse and things of that nature. We really did get in depth in that, and I'm disappointed in LeBron. You know what I'm saying? If you're the captain of your ship, you got to go down with the ship sometime, because that is your ship. That's his ship that he's sailing right now.
Exactly.
Now, honestly, if they can make it in the playoffs, like I said, I hate Russell Westbrook had said, I think I told you this, I don't know if we was live or not, but Russell Westbrook said, hey, I don't see no teams beating us in 7 games, in four out of 7 games. And you know what I said? In the playoffs, I kind of believe that. If they could really get down to half court, play good defense, but you guys not showing shit, you the 9th seed now. You got a fucking play-in game before you even get into the game, and then on top of all of that, you still going to have to play Phoenix or Golden State.
I mean, in theory, I understand what he's getting at as far as, if you used to get them in a series, can you really beat them 4 out of 7 games? I mean, I want to agree with him on that.
I really want to agree with that one, yeah. I do. I kind of want to agree with that, but shit, they not showing enough points just to play the 82 seasons.
Right, during the regular season. Right, during the regular season, within like a 10-game stretch, they can't string enough wins just to even kind of stay afloat. They over 500 right now.
Exactly. Like when it comes to sports, I mean, we disagree, but people don't understand. We agree probably about 95% on most shit, even if we don't tell nobody. But I definitely agree with this. And it's like, I really thought LeBron was out of pocket when he brought up OKC GM. Now, granted, I'm not going to say he's not right.
They haven't won shit,
but they have drafted all these players. And I hate to say it. You know what? I really hate to say it. With them, Rob, I don't know how you feel about it. I still think location. I believe if OKC was still in Seattle, them players would have stayed. And I love the OKC fan base, but they wasn't the Seattle Supersonics fan base. You kind of see what I'm saying?
I mean, Key Arena, it was one of the loudest arenas in the league at that time. But Key Arena.
And I go past the Key Arena, go to when they was playing in the Superdome.
Wait, which dome?
The Kingdome in Seattle. They used to play that, dude. Like,
But Key Arena. Key Arena to me looks like a high school auditorium from the outside because I saw it from the Space Needle when I went to Seattle. When was that? Back in 2013. I mean, Key Arena was still there at the time.
It's still small. It's small like what, the Miami Heat first arena? Remember we went past there?
That's why it was so damn loud because it's a small.
Everybody on
space.
top of each other, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm not saying nothing about the OKC fans. I love OKC. But when you got athletes, like they were talking about the All-Star game being in Cleveland, and they brought us some shit, Joakim Noah say, who goes to Cleveland? Cleveland always been a blue-collar town. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get a few people there. You could get a few people in Indiana, I believe, and like Minnesota. You got to find a reason to stay, though. You got to think that you really can win or you just there for the money. Because I don't feel like, those are the teams, like the locations that players really shoot for.
It was funny what Noah said at the time because obviously the Cavs ended up beating the Bulls that series. He was just kind of like salty about it. But for the most part, a high percentage of players got homes in warm weather cities anyway. I mean, all you doing is just playing your little 40 games of the year at home. You probably have like a little apartment in a downtown area or some affluent suburb. But I don't think players really care about the actual like small market teams like that. As far as caring whether I really don't. I don't think so. I don't think so.
So you would play for Indiana before you play for Miami? If same contract, who you playing for?
I mean, if you have a choice, then yes, I would play for Miami. But I mean, look at OKC. OKC is not like a sexy city to like play for, but they don't get they don't mind having like free agents not playing for them like that. So.
Well, the best stars that he drafted wanted to leave. And you wait. You can blame half that on Russell Westbrook. So,
as far as KD?
Like yeah, but I tell you this.
He was a free agent.
They have head start. OKC done head stars on their team. I understand what you're saying.
Had OKC won a championship back in 2012, I believe that they would have kind of like rolled that ship till the wheels fell off. But
see, my thing is they came close. They should have. I mean,
dog, Kevin Durant saw the tea leaves because Golden State happened to like come back 3-1 against them. I think that was in a row for that Thunder team. So he had to leave Russell Westbrook. He had to.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you about him talking about how he wants to play with his son. And
Okay.
I get it. It would be a historic moment. I mean, we all kind of saw that with Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. But to me, his son, he really wouldn't be eligible to play until the 2025 draft because right now he's a junior. So he got to go through his junior year, his senior year of high school, and then that 1 year gap year, whether he's going to go to college, overseas, or just sit out, whatever. But he won't be eligible until 2025. So my whole thing is, now, Brian, he's been talking about this for the past few years. Like, yeah, one day it'll be nice to play with my son. To me, I thought that was cover for him to, like, hang along so that way he could kind of guarantee to break that scoring title. He's going to break the scoring title next year. So after his final year with the Lakers, what is he really going to do? Because his son's not going to be in until 2025. That's if he's that good, or that's if he's ready. What is going to happen after next year once his contract is done?
That's a great question. And not a problem with LeBron. I don't know, in 3 years, you know what I'm saying?
I have a solution, but I want to hear you out first. I got a solution for him.
Okay, you got a solution. I don't think he can. I really don't think it's going to happen.
As far as playing with his son?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, as far as based off my solution, it can definitely happen.
How would you play it?
Okay, after his contract ends with the Lakers next year, and if he breaks the all-time scoring title, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, then to me, like assuming that they don't win this year and they don't win next year, my whole thing is just sit out a couple years, and then as soon as your son gets drafted, get a 10-day contract where whatever team that his son is playing for, at least log in a couple minutes with his son and call it a career. I think that'll be a win-win for him and his son because if he's going to play with Bronny for a whole year, it's going to be a circus. And that's not going to be conducive to Bronny's development. And, you know, teams, as far as teammates, they may kind of like get jealous of like Bronny getting right.
And guess what? I'm being honest. They gonna stick Bronny like they did Ball. They gonna stick Bronny like they did Ball. So the thing is, I don't care. I told you this before too. When LeBron, the older he getting, it seems like players want to punk him more than they want to punk Kobe or punk Jordan. It was a little bit more, I want to say, respect when those two got into their age. You know what I'm saying? And still Jordan and Kobe, I always feel, will still bust your ass. I mean, Kobe last game, prime example. They could still bust your ass.
Mm-hmm.
The older LeBron get, and I mean, I just feel like these players in the league don't give him that much respect. I don't know why. And I know a lot of people love him. I know it's better his crew love him. I know Chris, Dwayne, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Uncle Carmelo.
I get them.
I know they love him. Yeah.
Right,
But it's like a lot of niggas. It's like a lot of niggas I be seeing, they don't give him that respect. And it's so funny because it's like, I would put him in the top 5, maybe my top 10 all time. But like Draymond told Paul Pierce, hey, nigga, I don't think his last hurrah, I mean, he going to get some cheers. He'll get it. But it's going to be a lot of resentment with him. He the first player that's been regarded as the best out there in the scene or the league, and it's like, it's always somebody like, nah, it's KD, or nah, it's Giannis. They never, you know what I'm saying? When he was coming up, they were still saying Kobe the best. When Mike was out there, Mike was the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LeBron, it seemed like they were like, you know what? And don't get it twisted. They don't understand. When you come in the league saying the chosen one, Rasheed and them was trying to bust his ass all the time. Like KG said, they was trying to bust his ass all the time. LeBron is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
But he don't get that. I'm telling you, he do not get that love like Kobe and Mike had.
To me, I believe it's more of the media that's kind of having all this resentment against him with his peers.
And then to go down to with other people, right? Like they started that little rift, more or less. I see what you're saying.
Right. Even KD alluded to this when he talked about how like the media makes things toxic around LeBron James teams. And that's so relevant today, man. I mean, I can't really give like another better example. Like today, it is so toxic with the Lakers as far as what Westbrook is going through.
Oh my God, dude.
What Frank Vogel is going through, what Rob Pelinka is going through. Everything is going to be gilded to like shield LeBron from like his pretty much kind of like his fault as far as what kind of like transpired during this whole offseason when they first got Westbrook onto the team, because they could have got Buddy Hield, you know, according to the reports, but.
Yeah, Buddy, they were saying Buddy was coming, you know, and I think they could have got Buddy and another guard, or they could have got Buddy and kept Caruso. You kind of see what I'm saying? Right.
Shout out to Kwame Brown. Shout out to Kwame Brown when he talked about how this is the go along, get along game. LeBron, he wanted his own big three in LA, just like Brooklyn got their big three out in New York. So that's why I think Westbrook was pretty much chosen to be part of the Lakers, just so that they can have their sexy big three and hopes in playing, you know, versus the Nets in a possible championship showdown. So, but that backfired.
That's backfired on both teams, though. You know.
Yeah, but like I think James was fine prior to the whole Kyrie situation with the city mandating that if you're not vaccinated, then you can't really work in the city. I mean, like, now was Kyrie like allowed to like play at Madison Square Garden? Because that's a road game.
Yes, but he couldn't play because it's still New York. But I'm gonna tell you this: I heard a strong rumor. This might be. I heard a real great rumor, not just because you want to believe it, but just because that's how shit is. That Kyrie and James Harden was in practice, and Kyrie was busting his ass and talking shit. And was talking shit about him not being in shape or nothing. Hey, I'm disappointed that Kyrie not playing, but them games he playing on the road, them niggas are not fucking with him. I'm telling you,
he's good.
Them niggas, if you can hate Kyrie the person, the world flat, and Kyrie the person is a little bit of a head case. But on that motherfucking court, they're not stopping that little nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
As long as he's healthy, man, it's hard to stop him.
It is. It really is. He a fucking problem. You know, and if they saying that he was giving to Harden and talking shit to him, like, and Kobe got that Mamba mentality in him. Everybody know that. You know.
So Kobe drove Dwight Howard out of L.A. the same way Kyrie drove James Harden out of Brooklyn.
Perfect example, my nigga.
Right.
Some niggas can't take it.
Right. These are all real talents who didn't win a championship, but like when they get like a little pushback against the superstars, then they want to go ahead and bail and play it with another team. I mean, I'm not sure how Joel is. Like, to me, Joel, I mean, at times he could be a clown over Twitter, but it seems like lately he's kind of grown out of that. But is Joel going to push him? Right. But
I don't know.
Will Joel push him in practice?
Hey, he pushed Simmons out the door, him and Doc. And I wasn't mad at Doc Rivers, man. I'm mad about how you got to coddle these motherfucking new players in the league. I'm going to show you a prime example.
Yeah.
Prime example. Let me finish this before I forget. That dunk contest was fucking terrible.
You know what? I didn't even see it. I didn't want to see it.
It was fucking terrible. And it's like, I done seen some bad dunk contests that was 100% better than what the fuck they had out there on the court the other night. And it's like the kids, they don't, I know they trying to make a name for themselves, this and that, but it's like, to me, it's like it's half-assed when you trying to do some shit you really can't do. Do the dunks you know you can do. Ain't no Zach LaVines and Vince Carter and Gordon's out there. Ain't no Jordans out there that they haven't. No, that they haven't. If you had gave me John Morant, if you would have gave me folks from Minnesota, the rookie, Anthony, that was his name, Edwards?
Anthony Edwards, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Obi won because he the best dunker, but he didn't do shit that really. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit last year. He didn't do shit this year that made me say, "Oh, Obi just that nigga." He's a great in-game dunker.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, but just showmanship on the dunk contest, he didn't show me shit.
Now, we've been watching dunk contests since the '80s. I mean, did we see every possible combination, every type of move of dunk?
No, because Zach LaVine got the 720, but he wanted to do the dunk. He wanted to do the 3-point contest, and I know he's coming off an injury, so I'm not gonna get mad. But Zach got the 720 in him. I just watched on Facebook him and Aaron Gordon go at it again. That was the best dunk contest. Vince Carter was great because he was doing shit we had never. It just fucked us up. But Gordon and Zach was going 50 for 50.
Right. Yeah, that was actually. Were they going at it for 2 straight years?
No, that was one. I forgot who he played the year before that. But when Zach did Aaron Gordon, that was his second. That was his back-to-back.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but you don't get the stars. The stars was in the dunk contest. Dominique, Mike, you know what I'm saying? Larry Nance. Now that's going back in the '80s. But
Sean Kemp.
we had Sean Kemp. We had them niggas on the dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? These two
Stars was doing them in the '90s.
That's what I'm saying.
In the '90s, Stars was doing it. Yeah. Okay.
Damn, Steph played Portland tonight. That should be a good game.
I think the Lakers play the Clippers tonight.
Oh, dude, I keep telling you, the Lakers are tough watch. You know me, I love the Bulls. I love my Lakers. Shit, I love Golden State. But when they not playing well, they a tough watch. Oh, now, speaking of John Morant and Anthony Edwards, they play tonight. They play against each other tonight.
Okay. Well, let me ask you about this. Have you seen the show Oz?
Back in the day, I used to see a couple of episodes.
Okay, well, that's his African name, out of BC, right? He was like mopping floors, and there was like this female prisoner.
I remember him. Yeah, I do remember him.
That was his white female prisoner locked up like in a holding area, right? So once the guards left, he tried to get her to suck his cock because he actually brought her like a little candlelit cupcake for her birthday. So he thought that was gonna give him brownie points for her to suck him off. So like he was like, hey, you like your birthday cupcake? She was like, yes. She was like, well, suck this cock. And she had looked at him and said, right. But you a nigger. This is how I think Jeannie Buss views the whole Clutch Sports team. They come to her and be like, hey, you know, I think that we should make this demand, and we brought you a championship 2 years ago. And she's probably looking at them like, but you a nigger.
And you laughing, but honestly, you laughing, but I like how you use that. But that's what I'm saying. Y'all brought us one championship in a bubble season. I'm always say that's a championship because that's a championship. But dude,
you know how I feel about that. That's a Black Lives Matter championship. That's a Black Lives Matter championship. That's not an NBA championship. Yeah.
I'm like, it's something, like I said, I'm not lying to you. I'm like, nigga, you a little bit right. You right about that shit. You know, I'll put it to you like this. If we was more competitive the next season and this season, it would be okay. But y'all not showing me shit, so now it do make that fucking championship look like an asterisk. You know what I'm saying? It does.
They had 4 months of rest, and once they got to the bubble, they didn't have to worry about any other distractions. They had to worry about the travel. They had to worry about anything but like get up and play basketball and go back to their rooms. I mean, every team that was in a bubble, yes, they all had like the same type of conditions. I get it, but the Lakers were still like probably like the oldest team in the bubble, and that 4-month hiatus benefited them more than any other team that was in a bubble. But that's just my take on it.
Hey man, hey, like I said, they make it to the playoffs. I mean, I'm gonna root for them the rest of the season. They get into the playoffs. If they can make them noise, cool. I'm not holding my breath. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly, I would like to see Milwaukee and Brooklyn and the Bulls mix it up between the three of them. And I like to see Golden State Phoenix and motherfucking Memphis. Like that's my 6. I don't even have 8 really that I will, because I know Donovan Mitchell gonna be gone next year. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first type shit. You know what I'm saying? He's gone. And
I'm saying, but like, would that D Wade influence kind of like sway him into staying? Because D Wade, I think he owns less than 1% of the team. So
yeah, you heard me. No.
No, but like,
hey, I could play for. You know what, man?
Dude, like Carmelo's
played Indiana love their players. But
you said what?
I'm not playing. I said Utah and Indiana teams, they love their players. Boston love their players.
Got.
But when
that's all they got.
But when you when you playing for a team, hey, I don't give a fuck. If I'm playing against you and my wife and them like, yeah, sit down, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, or say some shit that you be like, okay, I know you on my team, you got my back, but you still respect him as a man. You know what I'm saying? That shit rub people different. Mister, that shit rub people different, man.
Don't just kind of like limit that to Utah fans and Indiana fans. I mean, Boston fans are notorious for that as well.
I said Boston. I said Boston,
okay.
and there's probably more teams than that. But when you playing for a Utah Jazz, you be like, man, fuck these fans, man. They ain't gonna keep disrespecting the players that come in here that I got a brotherhood with.
No, but it's just a small fraction of like bad fans that's going there and causing havoc. But I want to put it on
that small fraction. That small fraction gonna be the motherfucking the tilt that make me say Donovan gone. Donovan gone next year. You know how you can tell when these little niggas gone nowadays? Because they don't want to play no more, which I have never seen in my life.
As far as just sitting out games.
They just be sitting out games. And I'd be like, okay, he hurt, but is he hurt? Remember, is he hurt or is he injured? Right now, I can't go to work because I'm injured. You know what I'm saying? I'm injured. If I was hurt, trust me, I'd be at work.
All right.
So,
yeah. I definitely get what you're saying, man. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of chop it up with you about this whole Laker LeBron All-Star Weekend situation.
Anytime. Yeah, and like I said, we gotta get back. We gonna hit everybody back. Let them know we will be in the month. We will be in Phoenix and Arizona in a month and a half or so. So you know what I'm saying? 2 months at the latest, but we'll be out there. Did you get my picture that I sent the other day?
So.
You'll check it out. It's the first podcast picture. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It
was the first podcast picture. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna send you something back, but I totally forgot all about it. Okay.
Yeah, but when I sent it popped up in Mika because I wasn't on Facebook at the time, so y'all tagged her and it popped up in her memory.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
the killer part, it's a nice picture, man.
Yeah.
It's really a nice picture.
We did our first audio. Yeah, right. We did the first audio episode, and we posted a picture.
The whole thing. Yeah.
And the rest is history. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. All right, man. So I'm going to let you go, man. This is Eric and Rob for Improv 2 audio recording, talking about the Lakers and LeBron. But yeah, man, we'll get back at it sometime later.
All right, boy. You be safe. I'll catch up with your ass later.
All right, see ya.
All right.
Peace.
One.